Man, is that cool or what? What do you guys think about this 5-axis GeForce laser? What's up, guys? This is Gary coming back to you here on another Ramsey machine update video. A lot of you guys have been asking about the new shop, and it's Saturday, the day before Sunday, which I'll be flying out to Jacksonville to install a machine there. So you can see there's a lot of progress been made, and we got a little bit more to go here, but I just thought I'd give you a look around at things. So everything you see in this corner over here is sold, well, exception of one thing. This one right here is a 3 kilowatt enclosed machine, and I'm going to Florida tomorrow to do some training on its twin, which was installed this past week by Chris. You guys have probably seen Chris in a lot of videos, heard me mention him. So it was just about 3 hours for him to run over there and get the install taken care of for me. And then I'll be down there working on the brake. And they got a brake, a laser like that one, a brake like this one, air compressor, you know, a lot of stuff. And then this is a 2.5G 3 kilowatt machine that's gonna also go to Florida. And that's the brake that goes with it. These two go together. And then this machine is gonna be a 1500 watt 1G GeForce machine, and it's gonna go down to or over to Ohio on April 17th. So when I ordered all this stuff months ago, not one bit of it was sold. So it's just amazing how having machines in stock really gives you a competitive advantage. Unfortunately, that machine and that style of machine I haven't been keeping, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I don't get a lot of requests for those. And if it turns out to be popular, you know, I'll keep more of them. So anyway, you guys recognize this little end here of my original shop, and that'll be coming down. So just the end of it. So this end right here will be taken away, and that'll be all open. And then this corner back in here, some of you guys remember, even back on my videos, I have videos of it, that there's a little slab that was poured back here, and it was a little paint booth. I think it was like 18 by 18. And so you'll see the little transition in the concrete right here, right there. And you can see, like, you know, where I spill paint and stuff. But anyway, reminiscing a little bit. These are cool. These hydraulic doors that are that Chris built for me, and there's 2 of them in here. And you know, we'll show you more about that when we get to it. And then I don't really have a lot of help around here. You know, I got this one right here that comes over and helps from time to time, but doesn't really follow directions very well, always taking breaks, wanting to eat all the time, you know, that kind of thing. So in 2021, I added this section on, and it used to have a brown front on it right there. And so that's all coming down, so that'll all be open. And then this is getting joined in. That used to be dirt, now it's concrete. That'll be connected all undercover. And I'll have some racking down through there for storage of more parts and stuff. And then in here, we got warehouse racking. You guys remember, some of you maybe remember Matt, my son, from some older videos when we were building the Mustang and all that. He's been helping me a lot lately, coming down like maybe 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, just helping me. And he's gonna be in here working next week while I'm gone. But we've kind of added another line item to the business here that's just kind of came by accident, but it's sort of started to take off. And that's these transformers. So, you know, just like these, you know, 3 or 4 types of equipment that I'm selling here, and I know some of you are going to hate this stuff, you know, hearing it, but it is what it is. There's all these machines on Alibaba and made in China that people are buying, and they all require 380 volt 3-phase. Well, in America, we don't have 380 volt three phase. We have 208, 220, 240, sometimes 230. It's all over the map. And so these people are getting these machines. Like, I had somebody buy a marble sawing machine, and I had somebody that had some kind of a box making machine, and another one that was a industrial ice cream maker. All of it made in China. All of it needs 380 volt three phase. And there's a major problem with these companies getting the right voltage. So they're getting the machine, $100,000 machine that they've imported. All of a sudden they don't have, the right voltage. So, like, for example, this is a 480 volt input or primary and 380 volt output. So 480 volts, a very common American voltage. So we have, 208, 240, 480 are the common ones. So anyway, I've got a bunch of transformers now. I use them for the lasers and press brakes and stuff. And then we're gonna get all set up in here and get a good inventory. I have about 100. I bought a full container of them, and there was about 110, I think, in the container. And got a website that'll be launching on this, and we'll maybe do some Google ads and things. But right now, I've just been selling a few on eBay, maybe 1 or 2 a week, something like that. And you guys remember, the old part of the shop there. So anyway, that's a little look at things. So just so you know, the plan here, this part of the building up here in the front is going to be about 2,000 square feet of Airbnb space, kind of a 3-bedroom. And then this section over here against that wall, all through there, is going to be a demo center. And I'm not sure exactly if I'm closing part of it in or exactly what's going to happen. But when this end comes down back into the rest of the shop, it's air conditioned. So my thought is, that in the hot part of the summer, everything in there will be cleaned out, and we can take one machine, press brake, laser, whatever, into there and have, air conditioned space to work in. And then the rest of the year, when it's, nice in the fall and spring and winter in Texas, we got all these windows that can be opened up, nice breeze blowing through. We got these hydraulic glass doors that can be opened up. You see there's one there and one right there, the ones I mentioned that Chris built. And people can come here and stay. This is going to be, like I said, a 3-bedroom, 2-story Airbnb inside the shop. And you can see the area here from right here to right there, basically a square. Come and stay. You buy a machine, we'll get it all set up here, we'll do all the training here, and I can offer a discount. I can offer you a cheaper price if I don't have to go all over the country all the time, taking weeks out at a time. I'm willing to sell it at a cheaper price because it's less hassle and wear and tear on me. And, it'll save the travel. The travel is somewhat negated because you're going to travel here, but you're not going to have a hotel room. You're not going to have a rental car. I'll have all that. I'll pick you up to the airport and do all that. And while you're here, if you're just buying a breast brake, for example, or a laser, you can see other stuff. We'll have several machines set up. We'll have some higher powered machines like, 12 kilowatt or some 20 or 30 kilowatt. And we'll have some larger, more advanced brakes, if you're buying like a smaller brake. So, and we'll just add to it. We'll keep adding to it. You saw the 5-axis bevel head laser there. And, so that'll be coming here soon. We'll have it over here as a demo. And, the goal is to get these in the hands of more people. And how is the best way to do that when I'm just one guy, and I'm not looking to build a huge team of people. I have a couple helpers, Chris and then Matt, maybe can come up to speed and help me some. Maybe 1 or 2 of my other guys out there that are customers of mine that are already running lasers may help me out. We'll see how it all goes. But I'm not looking to build a big team of install techs running around the country. It's just, I'm not interested in doing that, managing all that. All right, we're not as fancy over here as Jason at Fireball Tool with all his, editing and graphic animation stuff. Man, that guy's is one slick dude for sure, and awesome products. But anyway, I digress. I wanted to just explain real quick about the GeForce and what that really means, because quite a few people are confused about it and will say, well, how thick can a 1G machine cut? Well, a 1G machine could be a 12 kilowatt machine and cut 2 inches. It also could be a 2.5G machine and only be able to cut 5/8 if it's 1500 watts power. So the acceleration rate of the machine is not related to the power of the machine. So let me just try to follow along here, and maybe this will help you understand it. Let's say we have a 2-inch square that we're cutting right here, and the cut direction's going this way. So if you pierce right here, this first blue line on a 2.5G machine is representing the acceleration. So we're going to accelerate up real quick to the target cut speed. Let's say it's 200 inches a minute. And then we're going to run at 200 inches a minute, and then we're going to go into decel, into the corner, stop momentarily, accel again, and then continue around. So you end up on a 2.5G machine spending most of the time on this at the target cut speed. If you only have a 1G machine, by the way, and I'll show you this in just a minute, most of the machines that are sold as 1G or 1.5G will never reach 1G. Or 1.5G. They just won't do it and aren't capable of doing it. But let me show you an example of what happens here. So we have the same square. We have the cut direction going this way. We're going to pierce right here. It's going to accelerate up to the target speed, and it may get to the target speed and then immediately slow down and be decelerating. So the first part of it is accel. The second part is decel. When you get to a smaller feature, like let's say these are 2-inch squares, and then you get down to like a 3/4 inch circle, right here, that 3/4 inch circle is never going to reach its target speed. It's going to spend the whole time accelerating and decelerating all the way around it. So that's where acceleration comes into play. Yes, it's cool. It's so amazing to see it blast around, and that's a part of it. But the big part of it is the cut quality. And because you're able to get the thing to spend most of its time at its target cut speed, it's a lot easier to dial in the machine and keep it dialed in. All right, so I was going to show you this related to GeForce. I was showing off this on Facebook, a new 12 kilowatt laser style with GeForce branding on it. And I kind of mentioned about this whole concept of acceleration and how it's kind of a hidden dark secret amongst the Chinese, laser manufacturers, and how they all are in concert with overrating their acceleration rates. And I discovered this on a Sinfing machine where I was there installing a press brake. I had a Sinfing laser, not knocking Sinfing, not knocking anybody else's laser. I'm not getting into that. I'm just kind of showing you where the value is in the GeForce branded machine. So we have a comment here that was left on this. It was pretty interesting. I'm going to scroll down real quick and try to get you to it. HSG is kind of known to be one of the better import brands. And we've got a guy here named Scott Wasson. And if you scroll, through the comments here, where this is kind of going on, you'll see Scott chimes in. And Scott's a friend of mine. He's in Australia. Again, I'm not knocking him or his machine or anything about that. But you can see right here where he said, I just contacted HSG after seeing my post. Again, nobody talks about GeForce or acceleration. It's all about, 3 kilowatt, 6 kilowatt. These machines are not created equal. So his beloved HSG machine that he really loves is only a 0.5G machine. And he says, I'm sad now. And, I go on to say right here that it's an industry standard problem. And he's, giving me a screenshot of where they basically won't let him up it. And they basically said they got it locked down. They're not going to let you change it. So I think his machine is sold as a 1.5G. I can't remember. I think he says that in here. But in reality, right here you see he says that he tried to change it even to 0.8G, and it won't let him do it. It's locked at 0.6. So he's able to go from 0.5 to 0.6G. But keep in mind that I'm selling a competing machine that's 2.5G true acceleration, not, hey, this is 2.5G, but I'm selling it and only running it at 0.5G or 1G or, you know, whatever. So anyway, just a little information about that. Are you tired of me harping on this already? So let's take a look at this Eagle fiber laser here, and I'm going to try to voice over this, and let's get the audio down a little bit. So this is probably a $2 million 15 kilowatt laser, and this demonstration is going to show you 2G, 3G, or 2G, 4G, and 6G speeds. So this 15 kilowatt laser is cutting this material the same part 3 times, all at the same cut speed, but they're increasing the acceleration rate. So this machine's capable of running at 6G. And you think about, you know, these other like Synfing and GWiki, and even the Oris, honestly, to some extent, you know, kind of fall into this same category. But you see we're at 29 seconds here, and at 3G, 30% more acceleration. It's taking 30% off the speed. And then at 6G, it's just crazy. Again, same target cut speed, only increasing the acceleration rate. Big difference. All right, guys, we're gonna put a wrap on this video. I just wanted to show you here real quick that, you know, this whole brand right here is one that I started, and it was all because of these overinflated acceleration rates. So that's a 2.5G machine, a lot more expensive, and a 1G machine, GeForce 1. And when I sell a 2.5G machine, when I leave there, it'll be running at 2.5G. If I sell you a 1G machine, it'll be running at 1G when I leave there. All these other Bodor, Synfing, they're gonna sell you a 1.5G machine running at 0.6G or 0.4G, and you're never gonna know the difference. And if you try to get them, the thing is about them, and again, I don't even really need to do all this because I'm selling more lasers than I can ever really want to, but I'm just trying to help you understand, you know, like maybe to some extent why the prices I have on the machines are what they are. Let's say my machine is, you know, 20 or 30% more. You just saw in the demonstration that you're getting 50% more output, and it's going to be the same thing, especially if you're cutting a lot of small parts with fine details, sheet metal, metal art, you know, those kind of things, like say 10 gauge and down. I mean, this is going to blow away a boat or a machine in the same kind of category and price range. And if the thing is, you talk to their salespeople, they're going to give you the spec sheet and say, oh yeah, it's a, you know, 1G or 1.5G machine. You go to use the machine and they turn you over to their tech support people. They're not going to let you change it. They got it locked down because they don't want these things in the hands of people that are going to destroy it, because now the support people are on the hook. Well, when I sell a machine, I am the support guy and I am on the hook for it, you know. And what could happen with these machines over time is a little bit of premature wear in the rack and pinion and the rail system. But man, you know, people always bring up, yeah, you're going to wear that machine out faster, and what about the blah, 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 blah. You know, it's kind of like saying, well, you know, I could drive my F350 around at 50 miles an hour and really get a lot more tire life out of my tires and get a lot better gas mileage. But man, who's looking to drive Miss Daisy around, you know? Nobody's doing that. I mean, the market is going to go to higher and higher acceleration rates. Eagle is out there pushing the limits of it. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this video up. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you got annoyed with me just rambling. See you on the next one.